everyone, today I'll be reviewing this movie. It is on Netflix called On Your Lap, and this movie it is from Indonesia. And before watching this movie, uh, like I saw this movie actually won a couple of awards somewhere, like BIFF. A person I don't know where it is. So before watching this movie, I definitely had high expectation because this movie won award. So after watching this movie, what do I think about it? Oh wow, this was quite a movie, honestly. Like this movie, like from the first scene, it's really grabs people's like the audience attention. This is very wow, really good movie that I personally really liked. Although it is quite sad and emotional movie about this woman, she is like the movie starts with we see she's pregnant and she works in this, I guess, small kind of like a convenience store where she which is weird what she does in this movie. Like she sits on people's lap, like literally, like she sits on people's lap in this convenience store where you buy tea and like other here and there stuff, like, and she gets paid for that, like, and I was like, huh, this I never heard of this kind of stuff. Then again, I don't know many stuff, so this was very interesting. Like this movie's name is On Your Lap. This movie is literally that, and I was just like she literally sits on people's lap, and I guess she does like massage their neck or something, but she gets paid for that in return. So she's not of course, a prostitute by any means, but she's like she still is kind of doing this thing. So I was just like, oh wow. So this movie starts with we see that is what she does, but as the time goes on, we see, sitting on lap is this job is becoming harder for her to get money, because of the other competition. So we see this movie, she's really this good mom to her son, and she's working really hard one day to have her, her own family, to take care of her kids and everything. So then we see she actually met this guy in this movie and this guy, he's really kind-hearted and everything. So after she meets him, then she gets married, and then we see like she has another child with him, and then unfortunately this guy he leaves, and then movie goes on from there. And I guess the movie, like as I said, like it goes on from there. However, this movie's last 10 minutes, it's so emotional when you watch it. I just like, oh wow. I personally really liked this movie. I thought this movie story, the way characters behave, dialogues, and also like the environment it creates for the audience, you really feel for the characters, their emotion. Like wow, this isn't a dubbed movie. I was watching it in its original language, and yet this people's emotion was able to touch my heart. I was end of it just like, oh wow, this is very well directed movie. Overall very good put together movie. I really like how this movie actually takes place in rural village, like that, like rural Indonesian village, and it's really captured this they live in this small village. They got fish, and the fishing business is big thing there. Oh, that was interesting. A lot of my fish actually comes from maybe from there, I was thinking. Because when you read the fish label, a lot of fish comes from Asia, so it's just a thing. So watching this fish market behind the scene, I was just like, oh wow, that's really interesting. I found, because I do like fish, so not like that much, but I do like. So this movie does show you some fish cooking and stuff. So if you like fish, you definitely like these scenes it has. Wow, this movie is really was quite interesting story. Especially this woman, like she's really like, when you start the movie, she was really young and pregnant, and she was like doing this thing in the first scene. Like in this movie starts with she was crying, and then as the time goes on, this movie also tells, now that she has experience in this work life, but it's hard to get the work. So that's also interesting, honestly. Once again, interesting prospect on life. So as I'm saying, I personally really like this movie. I thought, wow, this is very good, like a written movie. Also, the direction is quite good. That it really keeps like audience attention from beginning till the end. But still, I do want to acknowledge it still is very like sad movie. About you are watching her journey, even though it's very sad and everything. But end of it still is very rewarding for this mom when she reads this letter, that her kids care about her. That is what you want, you're working so hard on end of it. So this, it does really good job showing her ending. What was her like I guess goal in life. I guess in a way she did succeed in that. So overall I thought it was quite good. Honestly, I did like personally. I thought, wow, it was very interesting movie. And honestly, like when I read the name, I was not that like thinking, oh, will I like this? First of all, the movie story itself is really is very unique, but as you watch it, it's really grows on audience. You end with like, oh wow, it is very rewarding end for this women and what she has achieved end of it. So yeah, I thought this movie was quite good, deserve all the award. And that was my thought on this. Let me know in the comment what do you think about this movie. If you enjoyed this review, don't watch other reviews on other movies. If you enjoyed this, please subscribe. Until I see you next time, please take care.